want to feel comfy, look smart, and look attractive as for the ladies or the men, go to Sally's Shirts today. Yes, we got the custom-made shirts, we got the custom-made hoodies, we got the custom-made fonts, the custom-made tank top, and of course we got the phone cases and everything you ever wanted, including the open head fucking face shirt at Sally's Shirts today for Formula OCE. And don't forget to join our Discord if you want to go racing today. We'll put the link in the chat right now if we remember. And don't forget the YouTube channel as well. Watch past races of last season when me and Reptile paddled won races and races of this season for Formula OCE. And don't forget our Twitch channel as well. Subscribe, follow, and don't forget hit the notifications button to let you know when we go live for Formula OCE. And our other sponsors, Taylor Racing, and our partners, Relentless Racing League and Rapid Racing League. Champion, by the way.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to Formula OCE tier number 1. It is I, Frizy92, in the commentary box. Unfortunately, Mitchy950 cannot be here tonight due to other commitments. But I am here tonight as hopefully it's a one-off, and Mitchy will be back for Brazil next week. Looking forward to this. Quick apologies for the late start. The game has been fantastic, and half the grid cannot connect to servers. So massive apologies to that. As a result of that, we have to resort to short qualifying, and you know. It sucks because we got a lobby of 17, and I was looking forward to this qualifying session, but yeah, unfortunately the game had other ideas. It's just plain old. It's not great, but yeah, hopefully Mitchell will be back next week and he can commentate the rest of the season. So of note, because now I am commentating tonight, so I don't usually have Mitchy's, you know, setup, but I do have the tier 3 setup, which I usually do. So here is the driver standings. So Kahoot 113, I think 115 point lead. Watch Daz. Alright, I will. Oh, he's already on there already. So Kahoot leading Noodles. Noodles is not here tonight. So Kahoot could potentially win the drivers, I think, if my maths is correct. If it's not, I do apologize. But another thing that won't happen tonight is Williams are on course to win the Constructors title here tonight. Alpine needs to outscore Williams by at least 2 points to take it to Brazil next week, but I'm not 100% sure that could happen. We're just gonna have to wait and see here at Mexico. So there it is. So Williams definitely, Constructors title could be wrapped up here tonight. Drivers maybe one step closer next week. So there we go. Alright, so Rapid Daz is going to be the first one to set a lap time. He's on the mediums, not sure what the race conditions are going to be. So, a lot of people doing soft pinch who is out due to a quali ban. So we got a grid of 16 for this queue, or this only qualifying session. Dads goes to the top with a 16.406 on the mediums. And Supra has just started his lap. JTM getting a slipstream. I believe that is from Warden. Yes, it is. So JTM getting a bit of a slipstream here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Smart play here. B Black 05 is on debut here tonight. I think Hudaf has done a couple of races, and ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend himself, VSR Roscoe Arm, is on debut here tonight. I think it's just for this race. I'm not 100% sure, but Roscoe is actually racing in Formula OCE once again, as Jagger the Hutt goes to the top with a 15.3. Jared P2, 16.183. Good enough for P2 on the medium tyres. Oh, Hartwigger. P5 definitely can go a lot quicker than that. Reedy is out there. Kahoot is not out there just yet, as Warden invalidated. Let's have a look at Supra. He has invalidated as well. What about JTM? Let's have a look-see. And it's a 16.9. He stays P4. Rabbit Daz just went for a cooldown lap and recharged his battery, so he's off for another push. Let's have a look at B Black, and he has coming into the lane. I believe that was not Chris, maybe Hudaf? Oh, Hudaf is actually out. Hudaf is actually out, ladies and gentlemen. That's put Hartwigger off a little bit there. Also, chat, ladies and gentlemen, also chat, I was going to say, we are 3 followers away from the magical 300 mark, so any help is very much appreciated. As Hartwigger moves up into P2, here comes Reedy. He goes up to P2 with a 15.605. Check out, still 3/10 ahead of Reedy and Hartwigger. So, interesting combinations. There's Ryan's just invalidating laps as per. Here comes Supra. Done a 17.0, but I think it was invalidated. McLaren, that's a Vorno. Rapid Daz. P3, a 15.6. Not a bad lap there. And Jared's going to come on for some softs. But Daz, 3 lap old mediums. 15.6. And Kahoot is now starting his lap time. Potential both championships could be wrapped up here tonight. Not 100% sure with the drivers. We'll stay on board with Kahoot. We'll finish off his lap. Some people in the chat watching this stream. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic Sunday. Unfortunately, Mitchy could not be here tonight due to other commitments, but hopefully he'll be back next week for Brazil. And this is just a one-off for me. Oop, tyre in the middle of the track. Reedy comes in, and Rapid Kahoot goes to the top with a 15.2. Dazzy Stormharder going absolute wild for Rapid Daz. Chris back out there once again, and Warden back out there as well. Piastri doing his lap. What about Ryan? He is not doing anything. Jared is on an out lap. So the next one to set lap time will be Piastri. Vorno will be actually the next one to set a lap time on the medium tyres. Both McLarens on the medium set, but you would expect Daz to be onto a set of soft tyres. We'll finish off Rapid Vaughan's lap time for the McLaren team principal. P8, 17.2. And Piastri goes up into P7 with a 16.2. Not a bad lap for the Aston Martin man. Oh, Warden makes a mistake. Let's have a look at Jared. This could be an absolute worldie of a lap from DRC Jared. What's going on, Reedy? Should be concentrating on qualifying, not on me. But here comes Jared. Goes to top with a 14.8. And ladies and gentlemen, there he is. There is the man. VSR Roscoe Arm. Absolute scenes here. He actually won a league race early on today for another league. So he will be, his confidence will be absolutely sky high right now. Piastri just getting out of the way. Very nicely done. So we're going to take an onboard lap with VSR Roscoe Arm around Mexico. So there's Reptiles retired from the session. Oh, I didn't even see Reptile come in. Whoops. Oh, that was so close to the validation there for Roscoe. Rosie B. 28.3 first sector. I think that was on par with Jared, I want to say, unless I'm completely wrong, which I probably am. You ripped. Sorry, I was just reading chat. But Roscoe in the S section. Track limits are going to be absolute feature here. Has been for the other three tiers. Penalties did cost a couple of people some positions. One of them cost a race win. So if you can keep it clean through the S section, you're absolutely golden. But you got to do it for 36 laps. And here comes Roscoe. It's a 15.8 and goes into P8. As B Black is up into P4. Cahoot's doing his lap. Reedy is out there on his lap. 15.2. About P3, P4. Oh, Daz has just started his lap, but what about Ben? Here it is. Oh, 7 seconds down, so yeah, he is not doing another lap. Neither is Jagger. And Reedy is doing his lap. What about Vorno? What's Vorno doing? Well, he's up on his time, he's Vorno. Let's see how he goes through this middle sector. Oh, it's a bit squirmy. That is a bit squirmy from Rapid Vorno. Well, he's nearly 3/10 up on his time, but it's going to be a 16.9. Not going to be good enough for top 10. Oh, he's invalidated anyway. Well, let's have a look at Daz for Hutto. Kahoot hot lap. You sure can. Just got to do this one for another team principal, and Gup goes up into P2. All right, here's the hot lap for Rapid Kahoot. All right, hot lap, championship leader. barreling onto turn number 1. Nicely done for the first couple of corners. Coming towards turn 4, this is probably an opportunity for some overtaking. JTM gets out of the way, same with Daz. That could be a little bit off-putting, but makes the corner and apexes smoothly. Oh, that's an invalidation for Kahoot. So Kahoot does have some competition here tonight. He's currently P5 and 4 tenths behind Jared and Daz. Daz's final run, alright. We might see Kahoot actually come in. Yeah, 3 minutes, yep. Alright, so Daz and Kahoot will be the final 2. Depends on when they both come out, I suppose. JTM doing his out lap. Just waiting on Warden, Super and Ryan to put in a lap time. Kahoot's already been taken. But Daz and Kahoot will be the final 2 anyway, as there's only two and a half minutes remaining in this qualifying session. It's only a short quali, unfortunately. Someone's probably told Chris that I was on board with it. Let's have a look at Reedy. What is he going to do? And he's going to come in. Alright. Let's have a look at Supra. And Roscoe back out. So Daz and Kahoot have not come out yet. Actually, Daz has now come out. Let's have a look at Supra's time. The Bulls haven't had a very good weekend. They've scored no points in either T3, T2 for the overalls. So this is the last chance to score some points and, you know, either climb up to Mercedes, or they're going to fall back into the mid-pack, where they already are anyway. Oh, Reedy's out, and there goes Supra. There goes Supra. Oh, dearie. On the medium tyres as well, trying to get into the top 10 on them. And not much, and Kahoot is now out there. Let's have a look at Daz. So what we're going to do is... we are going to do half Daz, half Kahoot, because I've been on Daz for most of this qualifying session. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the first part for Daz, and then we're going to go on to Kahoot. Where is actual Kahoot? He's in the S section. Daz just started his lap. And Reedy says he's done with happy with a top 5. Well, there's some drivers out there doing their laps now. As Chris has retired, he's happy with P11. But he might fall down by the wayside. Daz goes purple. JTM has retired. Oh, he's done it on track too. That is going to be... Ooh. I think, yep, Hartwigger definitely got... I think it might have been Hartwigger. They got caught up in that. As you can see on the mini-map, that could be a penalty for JTM. And as Daz gets an invalidation, so we go on board with a rapid Kahoot. And he's already 2.5 tenths down due to that moment. Yep. Roscoe P6. Also, Daz yeah, Daz did get a invalidation. Let's have a look. See, Piastri. No, it's not Piastri. It's Warden. So let's have a look at Jagger. Let's have a look at Jagger. It's a 49 P4. And Kahoot has invalidated, so it's not going to be good enough. But here comes Piastri. Would he get a top 10? No. Alright then. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, DRC Jared gets pole position, and Oxygen Thief has absolutely lost it right now. Absolute scenes have been happening. Jared gets pole position once again for the Mexican Grand Prix. And as I said, Red Bull have scored 0 points in T3, Tier 2. So this is the last chance in the top 3. Look at that. Absolute scenes. Even Jagger is not that far behind, just over a 10th. But the top 8 separate by half a second. It's not too shabby here for T1. JTM P9 might get a post-race penalty. Rapid Vorm P10. We've got Piastri, Chris, Rapid Super, Reptile, Pinju, Warden, Hudaf, and New Zealand Ryan in 18th. But Kruder has a driver in the top 10. He'll be pleased. But both Williams 5th and 6th. As I said earlier on, their battle today is with the Alpine team of Chris and Hudaf. So constructors could be taken up here today. So here we are for race time. Let's get ready for race time, chat. Who is going to win this race? Don't forget, podium interviews will be happening at the conclusion of this race. So I'm looking forward to talking to our drivers. Just waiting for some drivers to actually, while we wait, let's do the poll. Alright, and we go 10-minute duration. Alright, there we go. There's the poll, chat. Put in your votes. Who is race winner? I'll put up some contenders. You got Jared, Kahoot, Ryan, and section there for other as well. Let us know who do you think will be winning this race. I've already got the first votes in. First 2 votes are in. Alright, let's have a look-see at the tyres at the back. So we got, at the back, we got Supra, Reptile, Hudaf, and Ryan. All on the mediums. JTM was disqualified already. Well, that is banterous. We know Daz, yeah. That's why I put other. Hudaf for podium, Jagger to win, ready DNF. Well, F for Merc this week. Oh dear, it hasn't been a good weekend for the Mercedes boys, but Ryan is a quick driver. Don't forget, he is very quick. So, you just never know, but JTM might be getting a post-race penalty. Who is this Rodriguez person? They need to leave. With this one? Are you talking about Warden? Ah. He will be Fry. Yep. Tier 1 chat going. Oh dear. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Here we go. For round number 18 for Tier 1 Formula OCE, the Sunday session is about to get underway. It's Jared against Daz. It's B-Black against Jagger. The Williams boys 5th and 6th. Roscoe on debut in P7. Hartwig P8. JDM P9. And Ford P10. Who in that top 10 is going to stay in that top 10? Will we see some safety cars? Who knows? We've seen quite a few in all of the three tiers already. But here we go. Just waiting on JTM to load, I guess. Oh dear, I think JTM might need to leave and rejoin. Alright, let me just message the Tier 1 chat. Oh, there we go. Here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. Joe gets onto a good start. Daz does not. And Reedy, he's already up a couple of places already. Here we go into turn 1. Here comes Reedy already up in the P3. JTM is red Xing like no tomorrow. There's going to be chaos. They're going 3 wide. Cahoot's down in the P4. JTM looking for a move. It is not happening. It's all clear. Oh no, there's a big moment. And Jagger the Heart has taken out one of the McLaren. It's Rapid Vorno. That might be some card damage. Roscoe over the P6, B-Black in the P7, and the timing glitch already is happening here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Warden up in the P10, and Vorno with some card damage. It's not looking good for Vorno. Unfortunately, JTM is actually still in the lobby, but he is red Xing like no tomorrow. Oh, dearie me. Oh, that's a big crash for JDM. That is some front wing damage, and Brian's already up in the P12. What a start to this race. Left sector 1, I think it's just the game bugging out. Here comes Hartwig around the outside. Oh, excuse me. And B-Black slowly but surely falling away from Rapid Cahoot as Jared sets the pace, obviously. But here comes Rapid Daz and Stormhardo biting his nails very nervously. Same with the Williams team principal, and Reedy lets Cahoot go through. This could be championship defining, this race with that move. As JTM is in the pits, and I think Chris might be as well. Yes, he is. Oh, it's all gone downhill. Ryan up in the P12. Is he going to look for a move on Piastri? P11. They're going side by side here, and Ryan makes a beautiful move, and Krutakama has a glimmer of hope with at least one of the drivers making some moves, and here comes Vorno and Hartwig once again going side by side, and Vorno goes off track, and Ryan's now going to be sniffing for a P10. Oh, there goes Hartwig. Hartwig is out. Oh, that's a big crash. That is a big crash. How is Piastri still into this race? It's a VSC. Surely it's a big boy safety car. That is a massive crash. Oh, wow. Oh, what an absolute crash. Warden is up into P7 already. Pinju into P8, Vorno P9, and Ryan up into P10 in this VSC. Jagger is in the box, probably for a front wing change, is it? No, he's gone to a center hards. Oh, B-Black's got a drive-through penalty. Oh, no. And Roscoe says, thank you very much. I will take P5 and a bag of potato chips to the supermarket. And now the two Williams boys, they look like they're going to be, they look like they've been held up a little bit here. But Jay on the hards looking to go to the end here. So he's probably looking for a safety car. As Pinju gets a time penalty. And I think Piastri was a 3-seconder. But Daz putting on some pressure on Jared here. But Jared has won a lot of races before, so he knows how to handle pressure. Oh, Kahoot nearly hits the fence, but here comes Reedy. Reedy with the fastest lap. Looks like the Reedy is the fastest driver. B-Black is doing his drive-through penalty. Yep, Kahoot, just let Reedy go. Here comes Rapid Daz. No, nothing doing just yet. Oh, that is a warning for Rapid Daz, surely. Here comes Daz when he goes around the inside. You have like sector 1. Oh, it's Ryan. Ryan has had a spin, I think. Or was it Reptile? It was one. It might have been Ryan. And Huduff up in the P9. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough for Alpine in the constructors fight. Oh, just the game glitching out with the yellow flag in sector 1, so don't worry about that, chat. And now Roscoe now catching up to the two Williams boys. They might want to be careful in here. Roscoe on debut might be thinking of joining full-time next season. Who knows? Who knows? His dad sets the fastest lap. Surely we might see an overtake for the race lead here. Kahoot's going to swap positions. Yes, he has. And Jared's at the P2. Daz will get DRS on this next straight. And Roscoe is now under a second of these two. But Kahoot with the DRS stays ahead of Reedy. But Daz is leading the Mexican Grand Prix, and Stormhardo is doing a Randy Marsh right now. Will there be civil war? God, that I hope for the team principal's sake, I hope not. And now Vorno dropping back a little bit. Warden slowly but surely catching up on Pinju, and Pinju about 2 seconds behind Roscoe. It's now the gap is 3 seconds, and Kahoot's not loving Mexico. Job's not done, that is true. Daz with the fast lap. He's nearly dropped Jared outside of DRS range. So Rapid Daz here, absolutely flying. As Hudaf gets past Rapid Vorno. What about Ryan and Supra? Ryan is back up into P10, so it's 1 point for Mercedes for Tier 3 as JTM is down in 16th. But the question will remain, will we see a full-blown safety car? We've already had the one virtual, which should have been a full-blown safety car in my opinion, but we'll gloss over that. Even the chat saying it should have been a full-blown safety car. Jared getting a little bit squirmy. Maybe the softs are starting to wear out a little bit, maybe. Who knows? This Pinju's got himself another time penalty. It's 6 seconds. So Pinju not looking forward to having a lot of penalties come the end of the race. It's only lap 6. It's like a second a lap for penalties for Pinju. And the gap still remains at 8 tenths, so Jared still has DRS, so Jared probably just playing the long game here, just using Daz as DRS, make Daz use his ERS, And I think that's Piastri. Yeah, Piastri's had a moment, and JTM is red Xing still. Oh, Piastri gets under power a little bit too quick, and Ryan says, thank you very much to P9. I will take that to the bank. So Ryan, after that little spin early on, making his way back up the order. And it's half a second between Daz and Jared. As B-Black gets a time penalty. So the top 5 all have no penalties. Something's happened at the back here. Piastri with another time penalty. This is going to cause absolute chaos for Daz. Has Daz got DRS from Piastri here? No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. So yeah, could that moment have helped DRC Jared reclaim P1? Oh, he's going to make the move into turn 1. Yes, he will. Oh, Piastri's trying to get involved for some unknown reason, and Daz is being all kinds of, you know, you can't see the track. Oh, luckily for ghosting. And Jared holds on to P1. Here comes Roscoe. Roscoe looking for a move onto Rapid Kahoot. Oh, give me a better camera angle game. They're going side by side still. Oh, there's a little bit of contact, but Kahoot did try to leave enough room. Roscoe around the outside. It's Will gets control of Reedy starting to pull away. And Roscoe is up into P4, ladies and gentlemen. Roscoe on debut is up into P4. But Roscoe gets a time penalty. Oh no. Oh, he did the work so well. We'll go back on board with Rapid Daz. What about Kahoot? No, it's a bit too far back. But Rapid Daz, he might have to do the DRC Jared strat and just use him as DRS. Save up the ERS a little bit for maybe 1 or 2 laps. As Jagger the Hutt gets a time penalty. He's down in 14th after that early pit stop under the VSC. And Kahoot makes the move on Roscoe. And Pinjuice, slowly but surely, is catching up to these two. As JTM has left the session. And the gap already is 5 seconds between Daz and Jared, as Piastri's gone for a little bit of a spin. So nothing doing there. If my maths is correct, I think this is what Kahoot needs to win the Drivers' Championship. I believe it was 115 points, the gap. And there's 150 up for grabs, all up. Oh, Roscoe's actually into the pits. Center mediums. Definitely doing a 2-stop there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Hartwig, yep, Hartwig is at the session, yep. As Piastri is actually DNF'd. He's retired in the pits. So no safety car as yet. Oh, is that Chris? Yeah, Chris has had a moment. Chris has had a moment and looks like Alpine are going to be struggling for some points here. Oh, Reedy's gone for a little bit of a spin here. Maybe the softs are starting to wear out on his end. Oh, Going side by side is Reedy and Warden in the stadium section. As Chris gets a 5-second penalty for speeding. And Chris has retired and Reedy is actually coming in. So yeah, and oh, Kahoot is in as well. Same with Pinju. Ooh, double stack at Williams here. Oh, Reedy had a front wing change. Ooh, that could be interesting now. That could be interesting. As Warden and Hudaf swap positions. As Vorno is in the pits and he'll be coming out in 14th as Warden's let Ryan go through. But what about the front two? What about the front two here? Will these two come in? Jared is a yes. Jared has come in. So interesting plays here. As Reedy's made the move on Jagger. So Reedy's doing the 2-stop alternate. So he's going soft, medium. Cahoot's on a set of medium, so but he's still in the points. That is key, but Roscoe's actually ahead of him. So Roscoe does get the undercut on both Williams boys. And by some margin as well, as Ben is in. Ryan and Warden are swapping positions. Here comes Jared. Ooh. He's actually got another set of softs, so he's going to do the medium strut at the end. But let's have a look at Rapid Daz for the McLaren team principal. Let's see how Daz. Let's see what Daz does. Will we see Daz come in? Because Rapid Daz does have a 3-second time penalty, so I did miss that. So I do apologise. Oh, I think Reedy and Reptile might have had it coming together. Unless Reptile lost it. As Hudaf gets a time penalty, same with Vorno. And Daz stays out for another lap. Interesting tactics here. I know Hudaf and Ryan are going to go even longer. But when do they pull the trigger? Here comes Jarrett on the freshest set of softs. Up it, back up into P4. Will he look for the double overtake? Yes, he will. One stop. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Ryan now gets a time penalty. That could be huge come the end of the race here. That could be absolute huge. But Roscoe slowly but surely, it's 1.6 the gap, catching up to Rapid Supra here. At this point in time, pre the Tier 1 race, Mercedes were only ahead by 1 point in the overall. So with the Tier 3, Tier 2 Williams drivers have done an absolute stellar job to close that gap back up. But it's still Mercedes with the 1 point advantage heading into this race. As Warden is back into the lane for a pit stop. Let's have a look. See at wrong one, at Roscoe. Both have 0 ERS. No, that is added. Their Tier 2 USA has been added to the overall, I believe. And Roscoe does make the move on Super for P5, so Kahoot now has a car between himself and Roscoe as Jared and Hudaf swapping positions. Oh, they're going side by side here. That goes to Mercedes car, causing a little bit of trouble here, but Jared gets the move done. Oh, Jared, that was a squirm and a half. That stays out for another lap. Lap 15 of 36, 22 laps remaining. Still enough time for a safety car. And now Roscoe's just pulled away from Rapid Supra now. 1.1 is now the gap. 1.2 and Cahoot's now right there, but Supra is now coming in. And Cahoot's back up in the P6. Reedy's still in the P9, but it'll be P8. Yes, it is. Yeah, it does. The gap is 15 seconds, but that gap is closing ever so much right now. Did Jared having some clean air right now? So Daz might be looking to pull the trigger to come in this lap. Yeah, it's 2 seconds from his PB. So you would think he'll be coming in 21 laps on the mediums. I think it can be doable if you're very good on the I mean, he's taking these softs 14 plus quali. So that's what, 16 laps. So it looks like it can be done. It's now 13 and a half. Vorno's got another time penalty. It's all gone downhill for Rapid Vorno. As Bieber gets a time penalty, it looks like Kahoot will get some DRS to help him along this main straight. So smart play there from the Williams man, championship leader by the way. So this will help him down the straights, but not sure about the corner. Looks like Roscoe might have the edge in the corners, and Jared, it's 12 and a half seconds. So Daz needs to make up his mind to come in for a pit stop. But he also knows that Jared will have to make another pit stop as well. Oh, two daff. Ooh. Is that a reset? I don't know. I just missed it. Is that a reset? As Daz is now into the lane, he's now onto a set of mediums. 20 laps. 20 laps on these tyres. Let's see how he does. He's going to come out ahead of Roscoe. So it looks like it might be a Jared Daz podium 1-2, but in what order? So it looks like everyone else is fighting for P3 at this point. And I think Kahoot might have that. Double penalty is 6, 3, 6, none, 9, none, 9, 6, none, 6, 12. 6, none, and 3. So there's the penalty situation. Now Reedy's caught up to Pinju once again. And Hudaf is actually on hard, so he's not keen going to the mediums to go to the end. So that is interesting there from the Alpine driver. And Forno's got another time penalty. Oh no. Let's have a look at Daz. He's a bit too far behind to make a move. But let's have a look at Reedy and Pinju. Here comes Reedy in the slipstream. Gets DRS right now. And Pinju, yep, not going to fight it. And Reedy up into P6, but 6 seconds between himself and Kahoot. Well, he's not listening to you, Hutto. Oh dear. Oh, Daz, don't hit Ryan. Don't want to have any more controversy in this race. Might be a reset the track with an Alpine driver. I'm not 100% sure. We need to review the footage. But if it isn't, then fair play. Yeah, Daz, just hold on, wait for DRS. You're closer than what you've been before. 10 seconds, Jared, Ryan. But yeah, here comes Daz. What about Jared? He's only got 7% ERS. So there's Daz. He's now up into P2. Jared needs to make another pit stop for a set of mediums. And Pinju Reedy probably going to be looking to swap positions once again. Unless Pinju just plays it like he's just going to use him as DRS, bit of a tow. Oh, Warden's gone for a spin. And that's with Jagger the Hut back up in the points, P9. So Haas again are in the points right now. So no safety car as yet, so I can't play the ad as what Mitchell would normally do. And Ryan, 2 seconds, so yeah, those mediums are starting to wear out faster. And Ryan now comes in. It's another time penalty. Oh no. Ryan's on the hards. That. Oh yeah, I suppose the one stop medium hard. Don't want to come in on softs. Big interesting. Will we see a safety cup? That is the big question. 17 laps to go. Warden and Jagger swapping positions. Nine and a half seconds is the gap between Jared and Daz, but Daz does have a 3-second time penalty. So there's, we'll keep it the penalty situation for everybody there. So Fauna has 18 seconds. Mexico killer. Warden with another time penalty. Let's see, 9.3. So he gained another 2/10 there. I think Jared with the straight line speed. Pinju and Reedy still getting to know each other very well. Here comes Pinju. Yeah, Pinju makes the move back up to P5. Kahoot just doesn't look like he has the pace. He's 5 seconds behind Roscoe, but he's 6 seconds ahead of Pinju. He's kind of in the middle of no man's land. So... oh, sorry, no, he's 2 seconds behind Roscoe and 5 and 6 seconds behind Pinju, sorry. Yeah, just kind of in the middle of no man's land, just P4, he'll get P3 due to penalties. There's Reedy now gets a time penalty, so that is huge now. And Ryan gets another time penalty. Even the best drivers get penalties here at Mexico. So as I was saying, just Kahoot just in the middle of no man's land at the moment. Seems just like he's got no pace. Probably hoping for maybe a safety car or something, just to give him some edge. And Reedy into the pits. Yep, he's on done his last pit stop, and he's out in P10. So it's looking likely, and Hudaf gets a 5-second penalty. Yep, I think Constructors is now done here, ladies and gentlemen. I think now that just kills off any Constructors charge for the rest of the season. I think Williams have got this in the bag if they just finish the race. Jared's warnings. Okay, Jared has no warnings, but he needs to pit again. Jared does need to pit again. But with Kahoot in the driver, I'm not 100% sure. I need to double check maths on that. But I think this is all he needs for potential World Drivers title. As I said, I'm not 100% sure. Mitchie might confirm that next week at Brazil. So that is one to watch out for. And Hudaf, another time penalty. Yeah, that pretty much sums up Hudaf's race. Oh, he was leading for a little bit, but then, yeah, just mistakes. Reptiles in the pits. Oh, Jared's had a spin. Oh, Jared's had a spin. And he's in. Oh, that could be game changer. Depending on where Jared does come out. So he's on a set of mediums, going to the end. Oh, has that cost Jared a potential race win? Who knows? We got 13 laps to go. There is still time for a safety car, believe it or not. Pinju's into the lane. And I believe that is soft tire. Yep, that is soft tires. So Kahoot, Jared, and Supra, no penalties. The only 3 men with no penalties. Let's just actually. So Jared had nothing. What about Supra? Supra has 2 warnings, so he's 1 away. Kahoot has 2 warnings, but it's a first up warning, so he's only got the 1 warning. So there we go. And now Roscoe seems to be slowing up a little bit here. Maybe the mediums are starting to wear out quicker than he anticipated. Another time penalty. 21 seconds. Thank you, Hulk, for the follow. Much appreciate you, my guy. Now we're just 2 away from 300 followers on Twitch. Did Jerry reset? No, I don't think he reset. I think he spun it. I'm thinking that's the same with Hidaf as well. I don't think it was a reset. I think it was just a spin around. And Reedy, oh, B-Black's in. So Reedy up into P8. Kahoot's on the podium. He's on for a shot for a P2. But Daz, with only 3 seconds of penalties, what is the tire? He's done 7 laps. He's done half of what Roscoe and Kahoot have done. So he's going a little bit longer. At the moment, Jared has got the fastest lap. Ryan and Super getting cozy. Pinju and Reedy getting back together again. Reedy should just let Pinju go through. He's on the better tyre. He's got more penalties than him. Maybe he can carry up back up to Warden. Ryan even. Oh, Kahoot's in. Kahoot is in, so he cannot take it all the way. So he'll come out in P7 on a set of softs, so he might be going for fastest lap. He gets to hold up. But, you know, gap to lead at 16 seconds. With the 3-second time penalty, it's 13.5 seconds. Jared needs to catch up to Daz to win this race. Actually, leader to Daz, it's 31.1 seconds. Unless a safety car happens, I don't see Kahoot winning. Unless, as I said, unless something happens at the front. And yet Reedy did listen. He's let Pinju go through, so now he's just got to let him use. Warden gets out of the way. Nicely done. Ooh. We don't want to get any warnings, Kahoot. What about Roscoe? Well, Roscoe's now in. Where is Kahoot? There is Kahoot. Super is now in. There is Roscoe. There is Kahoot. And looks like Roscoe has done it again, has he? No, Kahoot gets ahead. But only just, but Roscoe down the inside. No, Roscoe breaks a little bit later. And Kahoot's back up in the P4. He's ahead of Roscoe. Roscoe gets another time penalty. And that might be all she wrote for Roscoe in a potential podium place. So what does Daz do now? He needs, if he wants to pit again for softs, he'll come out in P2. But no, he's going to stay out. Probably doesn't think he'll have enough laps to catch back up to Jared, maybe. But he does have the 3-second time penalty as well. So that's probably a reason why he is staying out. It's 29 seconds, 28.9, the gap between Daz and Kahoot now. So we'll keep the gaps to leader out there for everybody. And Roscoe with DRS makes the move. Kahoot might just want to sit back this lap and wait till next lap. Because at the moment, Kahoot's on for a P3. Oh, Roscoe nearly hits the back of Ryan. Ryan getting all bit out of shape here due to his ghosted teammate's car. Pinju has made the move of Warden. What about Reedy? No, he's falling a little bit behind, so you need to keep up the pace there, Reedy. Oh, Kahoot now gets a time penalty. Oh, that is not what Kahoot needed. Oh, no. The battle rages on. Rages on, I should say. Yeah, Roscoe has no ERS to play with. Oh, is that... It's Vorno. Still no safety car. Still no safety car. We've got 8 laps to go. Wait, no. Yeah, 8 laps to go, sorry. So there's still enough time for a safety car. I think... Yeah, no front wing for Vorno. So that might be all she wrote for Rapid Vorno. Yes, it is. Warden gets another time penalty. And Cahoot slowly but surely trying to dig away a second, but it's not going to happen. %6 for Daz, 16 for Jared, 30 for Cahoot, 4 for Roscoe, 6 for Ryan, 13 for Pinju, 4 for Warden, 55 for Reedy, Supra with 52, and Ben has, well, it's just got over 10. And Hudaf with another time penalty. Yeah. So it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, Williams are your Constructors Champions for Tier 1. Oh, Daz now has another time penalty. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, that has given Jared an absolute sniff and a half. Zebra tires, 13 lap old tires against 6 lap old tires. Roscoe and Cahoot still swapping positions like no tomorrow. They've actually pulled away from Ryan, so Ryan might be in danger of losing a couple more positions. Oh, excuse me. And Hudaf has now been lapped. Yeah. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Williams are your FormulaOCE Tier 1 Constructors Champions. I'm pretty sure it's 100% confirmed. It's now 11 and a half seconds. Has Daz waited a little bit too long to come on softs? One warning for DRC Jared, so he really only has one more corner cut and token. Yep. And Roscoe did pick up another time penalty, so that is all she wrote. Pinju's got Ryan. So that is actually for net position. And Pinju could get himself a top 4 here. Five laps to go. There's still enough time for a safety car for something to absolutely happen at the end of this race. 10.7 is now the gap. And Jared is pushing like an absolute madman. Don't forget, podium interviews are happening at the conclusion of this race, and hopefully Mitchie will be back next week for Brazil. Reedy gets another time penalty, and that is all she wrote for maybe Reedy to get more positions than just the one. Warning gets another time penalty. It's still so close. 4 laps to go. Oh, Jared. Reedy moves up into P7, so he needs to find another 1.3. Is yellow flag? I think it's just Reptile letting Jared go through. Yes, it is. Lap 34.36. Roscoe with another time penalty. He's going to fall by the wayside at this moment in time. Pinju needs to keep picking up the pace. He could be on for, yeah, a P4 here. It's 10.2 with 3 to go. This is going to be an almighty close battle between Jared and Daz. Hudaf with the fastest lap point is taken away from Jared. The fastest lap point has been taken away from Jared. It looks like 3.4 is the gap between Reedy and Ryan. It's 9.8. 9.8. And here comes Daz around the final corner. With 2 to go. Jared needs to find another 3.7 to win this race in the next 2 laps. Hudaf with another time penalty. It's all gone wrong for Alpine here tonight. And I believe Williams are now Constructors Champions for Tier 1. Oh, it's Jagger. So no safety car can come out now. That's it. No safety cars can come out. 3.6 with a lap and a second and a half to go. 3.5. Daz has a lap and a sector to go. Can he hold on? Can he hold on? Here comes Daz. The final lap is now starting. 3 seconds is what Jared needs. 2.9 now. Supra with a time penalty. Oh, Jared hits the curb. Kahoot is up into P3. So that's a confirmed podium for Rapid Kahoot. But what about Jared and Daz? 2.7. Where is Daz? He's coming in the S section right now. Reedy is up in P6. 2.3. Daz coming towards the final sector. Needs a second, does Jared. Oh, both lights are flashing. Both fuel lights are flashing. Here comes Daz. Around the final corner, it's 2.1, not gonna be enough, and Rapid Daz is gonna win the Mexican Grand Prix. Yes, he does. What about Jared? Can he do it? No, he can't. Daz wins. Jared P2. Kahoot will end up getting P3. Roscoe on debut will finish P4. And something happened with Reedy. Oh, he's out of fuel. Reedy is out of fuel. Pinju gets P5. Roscoe ends up getting P4. Warden P7. Supra gets P7 now. Warden drops down to P8. Ben now gets P8. Warden P9. Reedy We'll get P10. Absolute scenes here, ladies and gentlemen. Daz wins from Jared and Kahoot. Williams are the Formula OCE Tier 1 Constructors Champions. I'm not 100% sure about the drivers, but it's an extra 15 points, so the gap is now 130. With 5 rounds to go, that's what? I think maybe 1 point is needed next week at Brazil for Kahoot to be world champion. Yeah, 125 for race win, and plus the 5 fastest lap points, so that equals 130. But we'll get Daz in. Wins the Mexican Grand Prix, and Rapid Kahoot as well. Roscoe, very nice drive from P4, P7 to P4. Pinju P5, Ryan P6, Rapid Super P7, B Black P8, Warden P9, and Reedy gets 1 point. Outside the points is Jagger, Reptar, Hudaf, it's JDM. DNFs are Vorno, Chris, Piastri, and Hartwigger. Absolute pandemonium has happened here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as everybody is in. Yes, they are. We will kick off with Rapid Daz. Daz, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Well, mate, GG's. I believe that is your first race win in OCE. Tell us about your race, my guy.
Well, I mean, I was pretty disappointed not to get pole. I invalidated my last lap, but it was like nearly 6 tenths up. So yeah, disappointed there. But started P2. I got a really bad start. A lot of wheel spin. Yeah. Eventually, it was the strategy that won me the race.
Yeah, so it was a pole. Even the chat was saying it was a pole strategy. Was that always the plan?
Yeah, always a one stop. I was never going to change.
Alright, well, GG's. Huddo is absolutely going off his head right now. But yeah, fair play. Were you worried about Jared's pace at the end there? It was catching you pretty quick. And he only had one warning.
With the fresh sauce he put on in the second stint, it was going to be really quick. And then obviously when I put the sauce on, I realised he was doing a 2-stop, and I was always going to do a 1-stop. So I was just push, and try and get the gap and make him do as much as possible in the last stint. And fortunately, it was enough. So yeah, the pace of him was brilliant. It was really good, but yeah, I managed to hold him off, which was obviously brilliant. So.
Well, GG, my guy. Huddo is absolutely going off his nut. But we'll move on to P2. Red Bull Man, DRCJ, back on the podium. Tell us about your race, my guy.
It was looking good, and then I underestimated how bouncy that curve is in that last sector as I was about to pit, and then just, did a 360, so that didn't help, but yeah, whatever, all good.
Well, I mean, you scored Red Bull's first point. It's a double points finish for Red Bull. Your first points for the weekend. The Bulls have had an absolute shock of a weekend, but Oxy might be a little bit pleased seeing at least one Red Bull doing well.
Yeah, hopefully.
Will we see you back next week for Brazil?
Yeah, may as well. It's a pretty good track.
Well, we got Brazil, Imola, Australia, Saudi, and Abu Dhabi to finish off the season. So
yeah, I'd probably do all of them apart from Abu Dhabi.
Well, fair play. Mitchie will be back next week, so he can give the better interviews next week. But P3, man, Rapid Kahoot, absolute scenes. Not quite drivers champion, but you did wrap up the constructors. Tell us about your race.
Fun. I was actually battling someone the whole race, so that was kind of fun. Mexico's my worst track, and I'll take a P3. Jared and Daz were sublime. Look, I took grace in the fact that I was taking a little bit of time out of them, but no, they were miles ahead. So congrats to them too. But yeah, no, happy that we got constructors. Honestly, I had no confidence coming to this race. I haven't practiced at all. So yeah, no, I'll take P3. I got 3 seconds warning, so I'll also take that being on the pad. So yeah.
Well, GG say all you need at Brazil is one. You need to outscore Noodles by 1 point next week to win the driver's title. So hopefully Noodles does show up and put up some sort of a fight next week. And, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. But GG's to our top 3 podium getters. Absolute scenes. KO to Grace. Hopefully Mitchie might be back next week. Not 100% sure. Follow us on Twitter to be updated on all things Formula OCE and all that jazz. But yeah, until next time, it is goodbye. Formula OCE, we'll see you next Thursday for T4 at Brazil. And see ya.
If you want to feel comfy, look smart, and look attractive as for the ladies or the men, go to Sally's Shirts today. Yes, we got the custom-made shirts, we got the custom-made hoodies, we got the custom-made fonts, the custom-made tank top, and of course we got the phone cases and everything you ever wanted, including the open head fucking faith shirt at Sally's Shirts today for Formula OCE. And don't forget to join our Discord if you want to go racing today. We'll put the link in the chat right now if we remember. And don't forget the YouTube channel as well. Watch past races of last season when me and Reptile paddled 1 races and races of this season for Formula OCE. And don't forget our Twitch channel as well. Subscribe, follow, and don't forget hit the notifications button to let you know when we go live for Formula OCE. And our other sponsors, Taylor Racing, and our partners, Relentless Racing League and Rapid Racing League. Reptile's the champion, by the way.